So chat, this is going to be the first hacker replay of Solar Raid. My original, I guess, assumption was that we were going to have a bunch of submissions where people were going to be like, this person's cheating, they're cheating, and none of them would be cheating. We could be like, guys, this is the first hacker replay where we've had no cheaters because they fixed cheating in Siege. Now, obviously, the second match I ever had this season was against a cheater, so we know they didn't fix cheating. They definitely made it harder to cheat, but I don't believe it's going to be as fixed as we were hoping for. We've had a decent amount of submissions. Some of these they claim are super obvious cheats, so there's probably going to be a decent amount of obvious ones, but I tried to get like 4 that would be kind of in the middle. The first match is actually submitted by me, but I'm not the one accusing someone of cheating. I genuinely cannot remember any of their names, so I have to like see them first to remember them. But I played this match on stream, and my one teammate would not stop complaining about one of the enemies and saying that he was 100% cheating. If I'm not mistaken, it was I Am Washed who was complaining, and they were complaining about Noah RC, if I'm not mistaken. I was going to watch this after the match concluded, but then I was like, yeah, I might as well, include it as a hacker replay. But my guess, because I'll admit, I did look up their stats in the match. Their stats weren't suspicious, so I don't think they're actually cheating. But I am curious to see, this will kind of be like, I guess, a representation of what the average community member thinks is cheating. So if this person's definitely not cheating, and our teammate was so adamant that they are, then we know that obviously the average Siege player thinks everyone is cheating. We'll see. Oh, Reality, you were one of the submissions I actually chose today. I have your name written down, so I'll make sure to change it when we look at it, but... Oh, I remember dying here, because 3 of them peeked us here. He actually killed me here. Pretty sure. So he didn't really see me there, but like he knew I was there because I had shots, so kind of made sense. And then they get shot from the window. They didn't change their aim there, did they? One sec. Why did they look over like that? What did Osa do? Confused. Why did they do that? They were like aiming at it and then they kind of like looked over to the left and then looked back and then just waited. Seems odd, but maybe their teammate shot or something and it scared them. No one's on cams or anything. This guy has been very quick to rotate wherever someone's pushing. Could also be if they were in a stack calling it out, but no one else is really rotating with them. Can't remember if he gets the ace or not here. He does. Did he like aim at him through the wall before he actually even peeked here? Is that what happened here? Holding, 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 holding. Am I crazy for finding that really odd? Was it odd, or maybe he just had the Varsity Gaming charm, which makes you so good at the game that people will think you're hacking. Likely wasn't the case here, but maybe we can just assume he had the charm. So holding. Because like the person still could have been at this door. They could have been right here, but they just ignore it and look over here. It is odd. Okay, well, that's not the only one. And again, if they were in a 5-stock and they were like giving them calls, I could understand not pushing because they didn't want to be like competition for the ace if they're in a 5-stack and they're letting him ace, but it does seem very weird that he was just constantly pushing wherever they were and then not having anyone else come with him. Except for the first fight. The first fight there was 3 of them versus us. Thanks for sub, Rafi. He was in a duo with Xfizz. What's X's? Oh, the Jaeger? What is the Jaeger doing? Oh, that's me. I knew they were going to spawn peek this, so I threw the drone, and then I sent the drone upstairs to flush out the Jaeger. Oh, and the Jaeger knew that Amaru was there. Man, they suck. So were they cheating then? Because Noah RC... The fuck was that? Didn't have crazy stats. Again, no one's on camera, so they'd have no reason to know Nook's coming down the stairs, but I hate when it does that, when it shows the bodies like just flop on the ground. Then they still aim over at the stairs ready. And I don't think their aim necessarily locks on, but it looks like it like snapped to the head, which could just be match replay bugging out and someone just did a good flick, but didn't feel like it was just a normal flick. I mean, obviously it's not crazy to just assume that the Amaru is going to push in like that, but they also didn't kill me. And me and the lion clutched up here. I didn't think they were cheating when we were playing, but the Noah guy is a little weird with how he's just always ready and knows where to aim. He's cracked, he is. I feel like match replay got a little bit more buggy this season. I don't know if that's just me, but it feels more choppy and more inconsistent.
I just love decks, bro.
What are your opinions on the new balancing changes this season?
Who's ping 4? Would that be us? I actually don't know if pings are my team or enemy team there. The ping just went off and absolutely no one's looking that way, so it was him then. So he pinged. He knew that someone was over here. Wait, now the ping 4 is over. What? What the fuck is this ping 4? I'm so confused. Now ping 3 is pings are broken.
Yo, did you finish brunch today?
I did
I'm
finish
recording
brunch.
Ron in like an hour-ish.
Play some Ready or Not for Friday's variety video. Oh, I do remember I died to him here because, like, he looked down at the window and was, like, basically waiting for me to peek out from the side. And being like, why is he waiting for me? And why is he not shooting the other people who are right there next to him? Like, right here, it looked like he was, like, waiting for me to come back out. Even though, as far as I'm aware, they had no reason to know that I was right there. But I guess he... Actually, wait, yeah. What was that? Oh my god, my body. It's like taffy. So here, he's aiming like up as if he's waiting for Callie. And then the moment I get off drone, which I wouldn't be visible there any more than I already was, which was not visible at all. He already aims down waiting for me. Because he knew I was going to back up. I think he is cheating now. And then did he just fling or flick over for that? I wasn't paying enough attention. So kills me because he just knows. No, he didn't flick over, but he just so happened to look over there after. He just shot through the smoke to kill Callie? I think he's cheating. Oh, he literally just... What? Or... Hold on. There's no way they have a camera for this, because there's no camera that looks over there. Yeah, he just got on cameras, and there's not even a camera that looks over here. But yet, when he runs over here, he aims at him kind of through the... I wasn't suspicious of him before, but I am now, after watching this. Especially after seeing that first round where he, like, flicked to sense through the wall. I feel like he is. Smokes are bugged in replays. I know smokes can be buggy, but when he killed Callie, I remember I threw that smoke right before I died. And the smoke actually went out, so he did straight up just shoot Callie through smoke. Unless for some reason the replay showed the smoke later than it actually was. So I feel like that's the first time he's run out or like really aggressively peeked someone and they weren't exactly where he was looking. Okay. I'm pretty sure he doesn't get many kills after this. I'm pretty sure he caps
Still
out at
alive.
12.
My total siege playthrough is 52 days, 17 hours, and 18 minutes. I think I am taking a break this season.
Hacking. Probably a good time to take a break. You know, as soon as they finally change everything in Siege, take a break from Siege. But thank you for the 18 months just gold. Also thanks Powdered Matcha for the sub. I missed that one earlier.
I just love dicks, bro.
He was going to go and fix the door, but instead didn't. He did see Alibi a little bit there, but... Oh, maybe it's just the skeptic in me that's just saying, like, he just knows all the time. Thanks for some Claymore. What did they change this season? Ranked system got overhauled. They were supposed to have, like, theoretically very few cheaters, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be very few. It's probably just going to be slightly less, which is still nice, but not really what people were hoping for. And then a decent amount of balancing changes that would at least make the more played operators not as much played. I actually didn't even process that this was the enemy team standing right here. That is probably now like the second time where he doesn't just aggressively peek exactly where they are. But in that case, he like backed up and then held an angle waiting for him to peek. And then did the same thing with the alibi. It's like he was just waiting for the alibi to peek from stairs for some reason, even though I don't think any of them were on drone or droning that out. I don't know. I feel like this guy always is just aware. I mean, obviously it could always be sheer luck and coincidence, but it does not feel like it. This is where I died because they had 3 people peek all at once. I don't think he gets any kills here because he doesn't push at all. Or maybe he does. It looked like a reaction shot as opposed to a preemptive shot. Now this guy's getting pinged over here. I'd say in the first 3 rounds he played a lot more suspiciously than he is now. Which, based off how my teammate was reacting, like they were constantly complaining and yelling about it. They might have been vocal in the text chat and they might have scaled it back. But I feel like those first 2-3 rounds are too suspicious to pass up. So now he has a negative KD in ranked, but a positive KD in casual. And he's always been just a plat 1 consistently. Diamond 3 at one point. I mean, it's hard to say cheater when he has stats like that, but we've also seen terrible cheaters before. We've also seen cheaters that only really cheat in the more casual playlist, because the ranked ones, they'll get banned sooner. And then XFizz apparently was the other guy. This guy has like never really played, but somehow got diamond. Plat 2, diamond, and then just plat, never played again. But their stats don't really back it up. I'll let the YouTube comments decide, and Twitch chat if you guys want to decide. I think they were way too suspicious to be innocent, but I also don't think they were suspicious enough to be like, oh yeah, for sure cheating. Yeah, we have Balaclava Boy, who's accusing their Blitz, or the guy named Blitz. Solid team kill. This guy's aim is already terrible. I'm ready for that Ash after just spending the entire time staring at their teammate. Is the hostage fire and fuse proof? I don't think. Is it? I don't think so. I feel like hostage they couldn't make fuse proof because then it would just make fuse like a top pick on hostage. You just bomb the site and they can't do anything. Fireproof it might be because the Goyo trolls. Feels like he's just playing like a rat right now. Oh, he is cheating, I think. He just stared at the Monty. Like he literally flicked to the Monty through the smoke. This is an 8-round match, Jesus Christ. He has black ice on 2 guns so far. Not saying that makes him a cheater, but a lot of cheaters do unlock all the skins, although I think the unlock all should be broken now because since everything is determined on the cloud now with cross progression, I feel like you can't use an unlock all. If he is cheating, he has good control, not moving while having so many people in his sight. Or I feel like he's just constantly pushing away and waiting. Oh, thank you. My water. Like he is trying to like hide a bit so that it looks like he's gonna flank them instead of just running right at them. Which I wouldn't necessarily say is good control, but I guess for a cheater it is. A lot of times they'll just run at them and kill them all. always forget what's on the right here. Well, they got rid of pressing C? You can't press C anymore to... Oh. You can only press it to look at them, like in first person, but you can't press it to look at third person. Alright, there is nothing because it's just a staircase. Just waiting for him to like floor bang here or something. He shot the Monty again through the smoke. That's now the second time like he is aimed or shot at the Monty. I feel like he is probably going to be cheating just because his ability to always see where the Monty is through the smoke. Why would you act? Do not really want to activate that right now. Okay. No, he does some weird stuff, but then he does stuff like that. It's like, oh, are you cheating? I get so many kills off shooting smoke. I don't feel like that alone means cheating. Shooting at smoke blindly. But both times, so there's a difference between shooting blindly, which is what you're describing as, I'm assuming, just like, you just spray across and hope you kill someone. Both times, he aimed directly at the Monty, and I believe hit his shield. The first time he might not have shot, but he aimed directly at the Monty, like dead center, and just stared at him. And then the second time he did the same thing, like he looked at the Monty, stared at him for a little bit, and then shot. So this isn't just blindly shooting, this is like premeditated aim, like he knows where he is aiming. And that was 2 times now in a row. If he does it a third time without using the heartbeat scanner, then I would be comfortable enough to say he probably is walling, because how does he always know exactly where the Monty is through the smoke? You cannot ever be like that consistent all the time. And if you are that consistent, then like you should 100% go pro. So here it also looks like he knew where they were, because like, so he is staring at this, he knows they're on the right, and then he prones. He does not see them, you can't see them at all, but yet when he gets here, like maybe he saw a toe or something, but he holds the right and then he looks over to the left because he knows he's over there, and then sprays across. Like, I don't know, in that situation I would have just assumed they're still on the right, because what are the odds that they get the perfect timing to cross as soon as you can't cover that? You know? Coincidence. You guys are a little lenient on your coincidences when it comes to aiming through smoke. Someone aims directly at you through smoke twice and you're like, nah, just a sheer coincidence. 1 in a million, twice in a row. That you can chalk up to him being pulse. Hard to tell if, like, how much he could actually see because the fucking scanner is bugged in replay, but I'm surprised he didn't go directly under and start pinging. I aim for common plant spots and corners, also in my crouch head level because most people crouch in smoke. While I understand that, this is also Nighthaven Labs. There is no default plant spot, and yet he aimed both times at different plant spots, again, aiming directly at them. Oops, let me press escape to do this. I don't know. I feel like him aiming through that smoke is way more suspicious than chat's making it out to be. They're like, oh, you know, he fucking shot me through a barricade for the 5th round in a row after not seeing me at all. Like, oh, it's just sheer coincidence. Let's see how the rush goes. And I think he just pre-aimed him there, didn't he? Oops. It looks like he pre-aimed him. Hard to tell. But that was pretty close. Like, I can't even see how he moves it to the head. It almost looks like it just, like, teleports from one point to the other. I don't understand how that was a flick or anything. It's the first time he's really used intel. Like, you could argue him using pulse scanner was intel, but I feel like he already knew where people were. How does he play a 3v1? I mean, it looked like the enemy team was just bad there, so. Let's see how he finds a cav. Okay, the cav just did not do anything there. Why did the cav just stand still? The orange team lineup makes me feel like this might be a newer lobby now. They have a fuse and a glass. Weird. What is this Ash doing? Prone and spawn droning. Makes sense. Thanks for sub CA9M. Came. How do I pronounce that? Like, this definitely seems like a newer lobby. Like, the fuse was trying to cluster charge an already broken barricade. Like, he could just be absolutely destroying lower level kids, but I don't know. He just seems very knowledgeable where everything is. He just flicked to that mute through the wall twice here. Look, he jumps in, aims, yeah, right there at mute, looks away, aims back. Why is he aiming twice at mute through the wall? Like, even if he's not aiming at mute, what is he aiming at? He's aiming at a wall. He can see the mute. He saw him after. He looked at the mute through the wall, looked away, looked back, then saw the mute, and then shot at the mute. So he looked at the mute through the wall twice before actually seeing him. And even then, is that really an argument saying, well, he saw him? It's like, bro, he's aiming at him through a wall. Why, like, if you see someone, why are you aiming at them through the wall? Why are you not aiming at where you see them? I know, crazy concept. I always try to give the benefit of the doubt, but I feel like chat's being way too benefit of the doubty today. Like, I was hoping just as much as anyone else that... What am I... Sorry, what am I looking at here? Oh, it's just a bunch of punch holes. But why is he... Like, he's looking over there and then aims back over and then dies. I always try to be... Or give the benefit of the doubt, but... Oh, chat thinks no one's cheating and... like I was gonna say, I, as much as everyone else, really hoped that there would be like 0 cheaters this season, but it's clear that while it might have like heightened the barrier of entry on cheating, it didn't really remove many cheats. How many cheaters have we found today so far? I think the first game had a cheater, which was a game that I submitted. I think they were cheating, but I don't know for sure. And this one, I want to say they probably are cheating, but I don't know. It seems like back and forth. Like they're gonna lose, but they did a lot of things that I would personally call suspicious. They're not really playing like someone who I feel like is of their skill or of their probably clearance level. What do you call a book club that's been reading the same book for years? Church. The fuck is this person doing? Exploring the map? This is what it looks like for people to experience the new map for the first time. They are just completely lost. So wait, sorry. How does he just knows that Mozzie's in that corner? I'm confused. How does he know that? Does she know this? No, she has no idea. So I'm sorry, how does the Nook jump in here completely blind, no knowledge, but knows that Mozzie is in this tight left corner, but then dies to the Jaeger behind him? I would guess probably just like a really bad player with cheats. They have a 2.08 KD this season. And I don't know if you noticed down here, they were bronze up until like, I guess that's 2 years ago now. But their KD in casual every year or every season was actually kind of all over the place. I feel like their skill in this game did not justify their KD. But that's just me. I would say... Oh, they've only played 1 session this season. They played 4 matches, only won 1, but had a 2 KD across all of them. I feel like they were too... it's going to be the same thing as last game. They were too suspicious to say... like that you can't claim that they're innocent, but they weren't suspicious enough that I'd be like, oh, 100% they were cheating. Moving on to match number 3. This one should be a lot faster than the others if this is true. We have Pluto Omni, who's accusing Trap212 and Elo Trap3721, who are apparently cheating off of their tits. Okay, they're cheating. That was fast. You know, they just like looked at both of them through there. There's no way that's a recoil cheat, right? He has absolutely like 0 recoil. A little bit, but like... Actually, no. Is that like actually 0 recoil? Let's see if this guy has any recoil. He has 0 recoil too. There's no way that gun has that little recoil. There's 0% chance. Or did I miss like an update? Oh no, okay, yeah, it's definitely like they're cheating. There's 0% 90% chance that they are not using like recoil cheats, probably also walls. He's literally trying to shoot him through the wall. Yeah, they're cheating. That is, that's the first time in a long time we've seen recoil cheats. We haven't seen those in a while. Recoil cheats have been very rare because they are normally the easiest to spot, since someone's gun not moving at all is pretty suspicious. Oh, they end up losing this. And like they're straight up just not even being like subtle. They are just straight up walling. They actually managed to lose. It's a regulation match and they somehow lose. Alright, that's the 0 that's shooting on his cams. Looks like it's the Zofia shooting lasers out of their eyes. Yeah, they have no recoil, walls, and somehow they lose? This is like the most obvious cheater yet, and they lose their match? They have recoil on that launcher. Bro, you have wall. How do you... Oh my god. They lose that. Alright, well, they're definitely cheating, but they have streamer mode names, so I can't look them up unless that Trap212 guy was not a streamer mode because it had a hyphen. Nope, it was a streamer mode. In this match, we have Useless Jars, who's accusing Rally Dot. People that are getting accused are constantly being in the top corner, except for the last match. Should UB remove streamer mode names? Personally, I don't know how many of you guys would agree with me on this. I think that Ubisoft should just completely remove all streamer mode names in match replay. There is zero reason for there to still be a streamer mode name in the replay. But there's an issue, and I know exactly what this issue is. So, hacker or the match replay is taken solely from your perspective. So whatever information the server was getting, it gets like sent to you. That's your replay. So how can you find out what their names are unless the server tells you what their names are? Which would then make streamer mode useless, because then you could use that information to find out who's on the enemy team ahead of time. So they need to sort that out. But like programs like R6 Tracker are able to get... Actually, he actually threw that grenade somehow. They're able to get the real names after the match is over. So this has got, like, they've got to be able to do something like that in Siege. Or R6 has got to be able to do that. It can't be impossible. Why don't I report them in match replay? You can't. We did this last season. You can't report unless you were in the match. New season kind of whack for making it that people who leave your match can't be seen again when they leave. Like, bro, how am I supposed to report dudes for leaving when I can't see them after they leave? In replay. You can go back into your replay and report them. Even if they left the match, they'll still be in the replay. Only verified R6 streamers should have streamer mode. While I understand the reasoning for that, like people wanting their, or like saying that, I do think that would just become a whole system of like favoritism. Is how do you determine who deserves it or not? And also, like every other game has streamer mode, and it's available for everyone. Why limit this just to streamers? I just think that they need to do a better system of being able to no way this dude is just spending his sweet time staring at Yana booty when we're trying to find out if he's cheating or not. And then leaves his drone? Bro.
Hi.
What was I saying? I can't even remember. Oh yeah, like I don't think there's any reason not to have certain mode available to everyone. They just need to have better ways of finding out who the person was after the match was over. Thanks for the 11 months, real WWL2. He is hunting this person over here, although I don't think... Does he have much of a reason to know they're over here? The Vigil? The Vigil's lit, so probably. If I'm not mistaken there, he kept looking whatever way Vigil was going. So he looks over here, clears it, blah, blah. But then when he looks over here, he looks here and he's like, okay, they're going to come this way. Vigil's coming that way, and then Vigil goes the other way, and he looks back over here. Could that be sheer coincidence? 100%. Is it likely? Not really. Although there he seemed clueless. He had no idea that the Vigil was in that corner. He just hears him. If I'm not mistaken, the Vigil was slow walking. You also, I don't believe, would be able to hear that clearly to be like, oh yeah, I know he is over here going to the left. Oh, now I know he's over here going to the right. Like, sound in Siege is fucking garbage. There is, I don't think, any way you would be able to know that for sure. And if you want to say that it's based off sound, how come he didn't just hear the person who's standing right in front of him, or was right in front of him in the hallway? Who was that? The castle? Like, literally was standing in his doorway and he didn't notice him. But somehow with sound he can tell exactly where Vigil's going. That makes no sense. But this is only round 2 and he hasn't done anything else suspicious, so you can't obviously say he's cheating there, but... the timing on that Vigil play just seemed too good to be true. Also, if I'm not mistaken, it did kind of look like he's just kind of staring at him through the wall. Like, he's not really aiming at anything, but he's aiming at Rook. Could be aiming at the stairs, you could argue, but... it almost looked like he wasn't? I don't know. Could have been someone on drone telling him which way he was going. I checked. There wasn't anyone on drone as far as I'm aware. You know what? I'll go back and just double check. So, here Yana is pushing. Vigil is over here. Sledge drone is on the other side of the map. This person is watching Nomad's drone, which I have no idea where that is. But we can see drones on the map. There's one there. There's nothing over here. So there's no drone watching him. And Vigil even has his gadget on, so... oh no, it's off now. Yeah, he would not have heard that, and he did not play it off of someone's drone. Imagine the rally guy just starts cheating at like the last possible minute. All of chat is in shambles, and they're like, no, he's not cheating at all, and then it turns out he actually is cheating. Oh my god, what is that aim? See, someone with aim like this, I feel like should not be as knowledgeable as he is. Or am I just dumb for thinking that? While I know aim does not like necessarily directly associate with how good you are at the game, I feel like if you have just terrible aim like that, chances are you're probably not that good. So the fact that he's constantly running around chasing people, knowing where they are, seems to not add up. I might have missed something. How did he know that Ash was coming that way and was ready for it? Ash came in from basement of the other side of the map. Zofia broke the door below. And instead of investigating that, Thorn runs over to where Ash is and is ready for her, I guess. now is ready for the basement
I
push.
just love dicks, bro.
And then dies. Okay. I mean, they're making the rounds go by fast. Obviously, we're used to cheaters doing super well, so seeing someone be 4 and 4 on the 5th round makes it seem like they cannot possibly be cheating, but guys, how many bad cheaters have we come across as of late? Way too many. You'd be able to hear that first missed knife as well as obviously the next 2 knives. Why does it look like he's just staring at them through the wall? Like, how did he lose that? If he is cheating, and we're not going to find out for a bit because this goes to round 9, he is the worst fucking cheater ever. Holy shit. It almost looked like he was staring at the Hibana and Sledge through the wall. That mirror, I believe, is still up and it's just not showing up. But it looked like he was straight up staring at them through the wall and then just whiffed absolutely everything. Oh, it's showing the attacker's pings. It keeps looking like he's staring at them through the wall. And it did look like he was doing that to the people in the server as well. Okay. A solid triple then dies. I don't know. This person is so hit or miss with their aim. I'm having a hard time imagining that they are cheating because, like, they're so bad, but we have seen terrible cheaters before, so it's not out of the ordinary for a cheater because you gotta remember who's the type of person that's gonna cheat. Someone who fucking sucks at this game. Like, there is not a single person or not a single cheater in the world who's like naturally good at games because the only reason they cheat is because they're terrible. I don't know what he's staring at. Solid patience. He's aiming a little high. So you'd want to aim like actually at the rim of the stairs because that's where you're going to see their head first. I feel like his team is just basically saving him from losing. So let me add in like my 2 cents here as someone who's seen a lot of cheaters before and why something like this makes me suspicious. So he's aiming at his teammate, and like I'm sure most of you in chat are just probably like, oh, who the fuck cares? He's aiming at his teammate, you know, why does that matter? Why is he doing that? And would it not make sense that someone who is probably very likely to have everyone show up as an outline on their screen, would it not be or would it not make sense for them to aim at their teammate thinking it's an enemy and then being like, oh wait, shit, that's a teammate? Like, I sometimes just stare at my teammates through the walls, but that's usually at the beginning of a round and I'm just staring at them from across the map, but like he almost like lined him up and then was like, oh, that's my teammate. when every single person in the lobby appears as a box on your screen, you're probably likely to stare at your own teammates thinking it's them. He did shoot at the one person, or he did shoot at the jackal beforehand. But he would know that he's on repel. And then he just runs into that guy. Oh. This could either be a terrible cheater, or this could just be a normal bad player. I'm waiting. They're about to lose here. It's match point. He's just gonna fucking turn on his kill box, walk through, and kill all of them. Could it be a sheer coincidence? It could. But that would definitely be the first time we've seen, like, concrete, like, wow, he just straight up lined up that guy through the wall. And that's where the report came in. But now he's looking the wrong way and has no idea where the mute is until now, where he's whiffing so many shots. Jesus Christ. I can understand the lineups, like being there, because people peek that window all the time or pre-fire that window from there. He hasn't really done any of that before. That was the first time in the entire game he finally did something like that, and it just so happened to get him a kill. Possibly a very lucky shot, yeah. It's always possible, but who knows. Also, for the people in chat saying the ping, blah, 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 like, someone pinged it. The pings that show up on our screen are not from the blue team, they're from the orange team. So, no. The person was not pinged. They shot through the wall. I'll even show you. Because if I'm not mistaken, the ping wasn't even to that position. It was on Skybridge. It was behind the bandit. So no, they were not pinged. Well, I guess I shouldn't say for sure not, because that being said, we've had quite a few instances of the pings not really registering properly. So 5 ping was way over there, but I think it'll pop up here again. So this is not 38 meters. The person pinged over here. So no, they did not ping the bandit. This was still just Yana's own lineup. Just want to clear that up. We still have 2 more matches to go through. One of them should be very obvious though, so. I also have to remind people, when people like see someone like this, like, no, they're terrible, they couldn't possibly be cheating. Need I remind you guys how many videos I have on my channel of people doing fucking terrible in a match and they're cheating. I actually had a match not that long ago where I played a zombie and Cali, because I was trying to go for a zombie and Cali clips, and we just so happened to be facing against a cheater, and we fucking won because we just destroyed the cheater every time. Like, the cheater was actually fucking terrible. And people were like, I don't know, like, you guys destroyed him, like, probably not cheating. And then you go into the match replay, and he's just straight up lining people up through walls and getting ready to kill them. And then kill some of them. Like, he was very obviously cheating, but just terrible. All cheaters are terrible, yeah. I don't know what happened on the blue team that they had 2 people disconnect, but why is Fuse? Hold on, I just want to point out that Fuse clustered below. Sight is in there. Let's look up their stats. It's just rally dot. Their stats are fairly consistent. How did they consistently get plat with a 0.7 KD? They went from getting silver with like a 0.7 KD to getting plat with a 0.7 KD. What changed? Are they playing with people? They're playing with a guy who's gold. this season. Their KD isn't anything spectacular. While that lineup was suspicious, other than that, there wasn't really much to go off of. Like them constantly knowing where people were, or not even constantly, it was only once in a while, because they would always kill someone. Like, it would look like as if they knew where that person was that they killed, and then they would die to someone else when, like, running back. Like, in that one round where they killed Ash on Old Bridge. Well, no, that wasn't the same round. But they killed someone. Oh, they killed the Jackal when he was repelled, and then ran back to site and died to Thermite from Museum. How do they know where one person is but not the other? I wouldn't say enough to say cheating. I would need more evidence in order to determine. That lineup on the Bandit was pretty suspicious, but that, you know, that was one time across 9 rounds. I feel like I could let that one slide. Okay, next match. This one should be very obvious if I'm not mistaken. And the person was in chat earlier and they said that they accidentally submitted the wrong name. And so their name is actually that Lo-Fi guy. I'm not mistaken. And then, yeah, that Lo-Fi guy, and then they are accusing band tm.v8 and equals Mira. Well, the round is already almost over, and we are past the halfway point, so I'm gonna guess, yes, they are incredibly obvious already. They have a speed cheat, and are straight up annihilating everyone. Oh, that's interesting. They actually shot them... They shot them through a hard surface. Also, the goo's in their leg, but it's not slowing them down. But look. So somehow... Well, actually, I guess they weren't quite around the corner just yet. They're still able to down the cav. Now, I'll tell you why I wanted to see this round. Because when they go on defense, it should be even more interesting. We'll swap to round 4. Oh. Maybe round number 5? Let's see. Yeah, round number 5. Oh, this is not what I was hoping for. They said it was a full speed clash, and I was hoping that the clash would pull out her shield and then just sprint across the map. There's still time. They could pull out their shield and sprint across the map. Their gun's not reloading though. They're at 0 ammo out of 100, which you... Actually, no, you can't see because my webcam's on the way. Just running from the blitz. How are they? They're just on the run. I was gonna say this poor guy can't eat. Oh, now he's shooting again. This is what Siege gameplay is going to look like in year 15 of the game when they run out of operator ideas. Also, somehow he is shooting without ever using any bullets, which they claim to have fixed that exploit / cheat. Because that was a thing for a while where you could shoot infinitely, and they said, no, we fixed it. But now it's happening again. Is he ever gonna kill them? Oh, he insta-killed the Yana clone without even doing anything to it. Why is he so scared to peek? Maybe because his cheat wasn't like working properly. He was afraid that it was gonna bug out on him. I don't know. Oh, we got 2 cheaters there. Oh, maybe, I don't know. They claim that Equals was queued with them, but I don't know for sure if they were. We still have one more match that we can watch. The border one. Is this an overtime one? We're already at like an hour and 20. I don't really want to go above and beyond that. We'll see. If this is an overtime match, then we won't. Oh, it's only 6 rounds. Okay, we'll watch it. We'll try to go through it quickly. So in this match, we have Salvatore, who's accusing Janice. This is a bold move when you have a Goyle thing right on top. He is staring out here and not a single soul is coming this way. Everyone's on the other side of the map. What did he just do here? Okay.
I just love dicks, bro.
That seems like some cheater behavior. Why does he keep walking around like a bot? Hurry up and do something. Why is it the last match of the day? This guy is just standing and staring. Slack-jawed staring. Like, fight them, kill them, hunt them. Do something. Still staring at the hatch. And then dies. Okay. Sorry, he is cheating somehow? Shoot him through the wall. Do something. What are you aiming at? Oh my god. There we go. Why is he not shooting his feet? Oh my god. Finally, he does something. Double kill. It wasn't even like that crazy, so I don't see anything suspicious yet. And that's a ping from blue team. I'm gonna say how do they know, but I think the east camera's still up and the Ash walked past it, but then they died anyways. Okay, well we're now on attack. This Janice guy has 2 kills, 3 deaths, and seems like one of the most bot-like players I've ever encountered. Example A. I do not like that EMP being orange. That looks gross. Stop. The EMP should only be blue. If I'm not mistaken there when he shot at the alibi. Obviously, we can never be 100% certain that the smoke is accurate, but it did look like he aimed at her through the smoke, but it's possible he could have seen through. But then he does flick there. The fact that he is so quick to flick over to the soulless after killing the alibi is odd. Why does it keep swapping off of them? God, every time I rewind. He looks over here, and then as soon as they're in view, not even in view, this is before they're in view, he flicks to the soulless through the wall and is ready, kills them. Looks over here for the frost, flicks like where they would have been because they just took a step out, and then shoots them after. Maybe I might be a little, you know, looking too much into this, but to go from 2 and 3 and looking like a bot every single round to just acing that like it was nothing and flicking to every single person, I'm gonna guess he started blatantly cheating. That's my guess. That def wasn't not suspicious. What insight. Okay, he just shot them straight through the smoke, even though and from our perspective, he couldn't see them. Dies anyways. I don't know. They seem like a very different person than what we saw when they were on defense. The Solus is constantly turning on and off their gadget. That was the first time they didn't shoot someone through like some type of smoke. Oh, they don't see the person on their right? On their immediate right? No, they don't. Okay. I don't think they were cheating. I think they just popped off one round like they could have been. I'm not gonna say they aren't, but how did they go from ace, like they did absolutely like nothing on defense, to acing, to doing absolutely nothing on attack? Like, I do find the part really weird where like he constantly is flicking to everyone as he approaches them, but maybe it's replay being a bit more buggy. Like, I did even mention at the beginning of this recording session that replay seems to have been buggier than usual, but it just seems so odd to constantly like flick exactly where they are before he sees them. Like, there he flicked to where Frost was before she moved, and then he runs in here and he flicked to the bandit as well. It looked like it was a little bit more subtle there, but you can tell that he right here, so he's aiming, he's aiming at the bomb, and then he flicks to the bandit through the bomb for some reason. And then he's ready for Mozzie, where he's about to come from, which granted Mozzie did just get a kill, but like, if he wasn't garbage in all of the other rounds, I would say without a doubt in my mind that that guy is cheating. Like, not a single doubt off of that one round. but he was so bad in every other round that I can't say that. Probably using walls and playing bot like at times so he doesn't get mass reported by everyone in the lobby. But like, what's the point then of him only like winning one round with an ace and the rest of the rounds just losing? And he lost the match, so like, what would be the point? I personally, based off of my years of experience on the force, I would say that I think he cheated in that one round. He was too confident where everyone was. He was pre-flicking to where everyone was. And the rest of the rounds, he just did nothing. It is possible he could be trying really hard to hide it so he doesn't get mass reported, but that was something else. But I'm gonna say I would honestly consider that person cheating. We don't really have much more proof, but my gut would say yeah, they're cheating. Which would then mean that today we had how many for sure cheaters in my mind did we have? We had the 2 trap guys, band guy. I would say Janice was one for sure. Rally, Blitz, and the person... Actually, no, the person in my game was also cheating. So 4 cheaters, 2 not. I had mentioned in the last hacker replay that this one could be the last hacker replay ever because Ubisoft claimed that they were going to basically fix the cheating situation, but it doesn't seem like they did. Now, this is always going to be, like, we're always going to get submitted the worst of the worst matches. So this could be a better cheating situation, aka less cheaters, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the players feel like there's less cheaters. Like, the high ranks could still be facing the same amount, maybe just the low ranks aren't. Because the whole point of their update was to make it harder for new people to get cheats. Because with the consistent updates and the new anti-cheat measures, people who are paying for like garbage cheats are not going to be able to use them that long. People paying for the very expensive cheats and paying like hundreds of dollars, and yes, these people exist. They pay hundreds of dollars per month for their cheats. They're probably still going to be able to cheat. So we'll see. Maybe I'll do another one next week. We'll see if it gets any better, but seems like it's going to be the same old, same old.